Gemini, hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a reading for December the 6th to 12th, 2020. We'll take a look into your recent past, your present energy, and what is coming up for you. This will be for your sun, moon, and rising signs in Gemini, should you be cross-watching. And as always, this is a general reading, so it might not resonate for everyone. I invite you to take that which is for you and leave everything else behind to get into your higher vibe. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every single week. And thank you to those of you who have already done so. If this reading does resonate for you, please leave me a big thumbs up. Leave me your comments, your questions, your thoughts. Happy to connect with all of you. Okay, Gemini, overall energy for you this reading is the Three of Wands. Spending some time really getting focused on the finer details right now, perhaps in a bit of a planning stage at this time, looking at what is coming up and preparing yourself for that. In the recent past for you, we have the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. So Gemini, after a span of time of feeling really to yourself, nurturing yourself, protecting your own energy, kind of just getting focused on recentering, some new love came in for you here. And I get that perhaps you're feeling a little bit guarded towards this person or this connection. You're not quite or haven't been quite sure of how to accept it, but somebody has presented you with some feelings here that I get that you may be feeling like it may throw off your center of balance, that you've been working hard to protect your energy and get yourself really good with who and where you are. And there's some concern that in going into a new love connection, you may lose some of that. So there's a sense of needing to really guard yourself here. In the present energy, we have the Page of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. So maybe some forward movement on this connection or otherwise, feeling a little bit more energized. We're seeing you come out of your shell a little bit here in the present moment, Gemini, and starting to kind of reinvigorate the things around you with your energy. This is definitely a time of a lot of thinking for you, a lot of ideation. It's like ideas are coming to you really easily right now, and you're trying to implement them all into your life. You're really like researching, reaching out, having conversations with people, learning new things, and then applying them to yourself. In the future energy for you, we have the Devil, the King of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. I'm reading this energy two ways, Gemini. Either right now, you're in a state of not really, I don't want to say not taking care of yourself, because obviously you've been putting a lot of work in on you recently, but it's almost to the point of becoming so closed off to the rest of the world that you're like in this internal space with yourself. And it's kind of like taking away some of your power outwardly speaking, because you're just so focused on what Gemini is doing right now that you're unable to see past that. It is possible that you're dealing with a connection that is a little bit toxic with another air sign, perhaps Libra or Aquarius. We'll have to look more into that when we clarify in the reading. This may be the person who presented their feelings to you as well, so hopefully this will become a little bit more clear for us as we go. We will start with clarifying the Three of Wands energy here for you. The overall energy for this reading would not be a higher vibes reading without me fumbling the cards. Okay, jeez Louise. All right, for the Three of Wands. Muse of Voices, Nine of Materials, and the Two of Voices. This is you here, Gemini, planning for your future. How is Gemini going to get themselves into a position where they are taking care of business, taking care of everything, coming into money, coming into affluence, coming into power in some ways? There's been a lot of focus on what you need to do to get yourself moving forward. I see that maybe you've been facing a decision that relates to this in some way, this ability to move forward and care for yourself and create your own sense of abundance and wealth. Perhaps this has to do with maybe a new job prospect or considering leaving what you are doing now to start a new venture. But definitely in a high planning phase for how you are going to get your own longevity going here. Let's take a look into the recent past. We will start with the Seven of Wands, the Page of Materials, the Five of Materials, and the Temperance card. So definitely have been in this phase of like self-preservation for a little while here, Gemini, I think with the Temperance card here. I love in Sagittarius season, we're seeing a lot of the Temperance come up in all the spreads I've been doing. But I do gather here that you may have had a connection that severed, a connection with somebody that wasn't going on for a very long time though. I get that maybe this was like, you tried it, maybe early phases of dating, but still very focused on needing to protect yourself a little bit, and it didn't necessarily go anywhere. I get that you're feeling perhaps a little bit just like not in the right headspace for taking in love, or you weren't at this time. Still dealing with some sense of abandonment issue, perhaps from a previous relationship that you were in. Let's take a look at the Ace of Cups, this new love offering that came to you. Ooh, the Chariot, the Hierophant, and the Four of Emotions. Yeah, so somebody wanted to take action with you here, and with the Page of Materials and the Hierophant card now coming up for you, Gemini, it's possible this was the same person that you sort of were starting to date, but you weren't ready to commit to yet. That they maybe accepted that initially, but then they came back and they said, no, Gemini, like, I want to be with you. I see us being able to have like a long-term commitment to one another, and are trying to kind of sway you back, which would explain why the guarded energy is sort of around this connection for you. With the Four of Emotions too, I get that your attention has been still on some of that past abandonment, that past wounding you've been dealing with. So it's been hard to focus on the prospect of this new connection for you. It's like you tried and then you weren't sure anymore, but this other person is still trying to press forward with it. We'll look at the Four of Pentacles here too. The Six of Materials, the Knight of Voices, and the Queen of Voices. So I think that deep down you do want this love, Gemini. You want to have this kind of reciprocation where like you give your heart to the relationship and it comes back to you, creating kind of a foundation and stability. And I get the sense that you feel very empowered in that thought that you could have this thing to share with somebody else, and that that would help you to become an even stronger version of who you are. But you're obviously having some trouble committing to leaning all the way into it, where you're kind of holding your cards close to your chest right now. So hopefully we see you transition out of this a little bit. We now have almost the entire court here for the sword suit. Let's take a look into the present energy for you. We'll start with this Eight of Wands. Okay, so maybe you have a couple people that have been vying for your attention a little bit here, Gemini. I do get that there is like one energy that's been consistent for you in the past, but you've maybe caught the eye of a few other people, but definitely doing a lot of research right now, a lot of work and conversation into things that you feel very passionate about, things that you feel very kind of emotionally tethered to. You want to take one of those items, something that you are really kind of like focused on in your life outside maybe of the work that you do already, and see if you can pull it into your day-to-day to create something out of it here. We'll take a look at this Eight of Pentacles too. Like, obviously you're spending a lot of time putting diligent work into this learning process, into this personal growth process. What came flying out here? Ooh, Ace of Materials, the Sun card, and the Six of Voices. So there is energetically the opportunity for a whole new start for you here relating to work, a new job offering. So we now have like a love offering in the past, possible for some new employment here in the present. And it's something that is speaking to your happiness here, Gemini. It may require you to physically or emotionally or energetically, I guess, move away from where you presently are. This could be a job that is outside of what is your normal scope of work, but it is definitely something that is really speaking to you, that makes you feel good, that makes you feel content and happy, and something that you're willing to sort of put the work in. And not only that, you have been continually putting this work in, and right now especially have had a great focus on that, and it's paying off. There is an opportunity available. Let's see what's going on in the future energy. I feel like this spread has a few different kind of story energies going on here. Let's clarify this Devil card. The Knight of Inspiration, the Four of Voices, and the Seven of Materials. So we've been spending a lot of time, Gemini, kind of in this dream state, this place where we're sitting and thinking and planning for where we want to go, what we want our future to look like here, how we're going to grow our wealth, how we're going to expand ourselves in society. And there's like not action being taken on it necessarily. It's like there's an opportunity available to you, but you aren't necessarily acting on it. I don't know if you're maybe getting in your own way here. We'll see what comes up with this King of Swords and Knight of Swords. But there's definitely an issue here where like you're just not actioning on things that require you to take some action. You're just kind of like perpetually stuck in this dream state about what you want to be doing or how you want to be growing and not moving forward on it. Let's look at the King of Swords, the Knight of Emotions, the Three of Voices, and the Queen of Inspiration. Maybe feeling a little bit distracted here, Gemini. It's like you're feeling confident and passionate, but whatever this love connection is that you're dealing with is posing as a bit of a distraction to you in advancing forward for yourself in some way here. You're dealing with kind of this fear of being let down by this person, a fear of going through further heartache, and that's preventing you from taking action on these other things in your life, even though you've been doing really diligent work on them. We'll look at the Knight of Swords here too. Yeah, the Five of Inspiration, the Two of Inspiration, and right back where we started, the last card here, the Three of Inspiration or the Three of Wands, same as the overall energy for this reading. You're not willing to kind of commit to starting this new thing yet. We still see you here in this dreaming, this looking forward, this endless planning, this visualizing yourself in the space. You're not ready to compete with other people here for the work, for the attention, for whatever it might require from you. There's definitely an air of distractedness for you, Gemini. And I think that the relationship aspect is only a small part of it. I gather maybe that you're using it as a bit of an excuse to not take action on this other more work-oriented issue, that you want to start something new, but you're not willing to commit to that first step to dive in. We'll take one last message from the universe here to wrap things up. Death, Judgment, and the Seven of Pentacles. In order to be able to start to grow your wealth, to grow your prowess, to grow your skill set in whatever your chosen field here, you need to end this cycle of just thinking about it and start to take action. You can't wait for the universe to push you, because universe is saying, we are with you, we want to come with you, but you need to stop kind of dreaming about it and start to take action on it. The only way to grow is to end that cycle and move forward. I really hope this is helpful to you, Gemini. I wish you the best of luck in whatever the situation is, and we'll see you next time.